Hello, hello, hello. I'm Elliker Night Raven. Welcome to my channel, and welcome to my next Studio Series review. And today I'm looking at the Gamer Edition War for Cybertron Starscream. And while this is not a great figure, I think it's not as bad as a lot of people um, feel it is. It's definitely closer with some of its shape and structure to the game, especially in jet mode, while there are other things that just don't work. The way the wings are, the thrusters, the length of it, it's all pretty close to how it should have been in the game. Yes, the cockpit is all wrong, especially when in chess mode, but I can understand the reasoning for it. With what it had to be made out of for the way the transformation is. But all in all, I don't think it's really, really bad. I think it's pretty good in my personal opinion. Again, as usual, everybody has different tastes. Everybody likes different things. No one is completely wrong. It's how you feel about it. Cool. It's not right to, you know, basically crap on people just because they like a certain thing. It's what they like. So, with that out of the way, let's take a look at the packaging as usual. And this is another one of the thicker cardstock packaging. So it's so cool that they're doing it with the Studio Series too. Like, I love seeing this thicker cardstock. Like, just as I've said in previous videos, forgive the dust, it just looks like it's going to hold up better than previous. Still waiting on that plastic window. But again, there he is with all his little damage, looking all traitorous-y. I don't know how else to put it. Studio Series, Gamer Edition Starscream, Hasbro, Transformers, he is number 6. Generations, Takara Tomy, Transformers War for Cybertron. On the top, Transformers War for Cybertron. On the bottom, barcode, bunch of nonsense words and stuff. On this side, a little more up close to Starscream, he is a Voyager. Number 6. On this side, there's full body of Starscream, and again, I always love that with the game. Like, you just see like little nicks, like, they've been in battle. There's no reason for them to be looking clean. Like, I just love the games for that. Our little gamepad there. There's that. And on the back, we have our product shots, along with the backdrop and a warning: small parts, please don't eat anything in this package. And we, as usual with my Studio Series reviews, take a look at the backdrop at the end. So, yeah. So there is Starscream. And in this mode, I mean, you can see how a lot of things folded up. You can see, like, just, yeah. I mean, he's a pretty long jet. There's essentially his thrusters, tail fin, just, I mean, the way the wings and these little pieces are, that is how he looked in the game. Yes, some things they took a little liberty with. Completely understand. They at least, with like this, they did, even though it's only seems to be a singular coat, they did do a coat of silver to try and match in with the gray around it. It just would have been nice if they'd have done more than just one coat, because the orange sort of rubbery plastic is poking through, or is visible. He does have Decepticon symbols on the wings and on the tail fin. Just the red and gray, well, sort of more of a burgundy than a red. The silver, the gray, the blue, just all looks good. Really do. I do like this personally. If you don't, that's fine. But there's this side. Of course, the bottom, like I showed before, you see how everything folds up in a way. So it's not as bad as like it could have. I mean, we've seen so much worse. But again, as usual, it's not everybody's cup of tea. He does have 2 weapons that he comes with. He's got his Nalre, just pretty cool. And this is the first of the Gamer Edition Studio series where it's not only going to plug into that that peg when you remove the arm, it also has a peg so they can hold the weapon. So that is nice to see because it's a nice option. Molded all in gray, no paint, which is fine. I mean, would have been nice to have some paint, but that's all right. And we can store this on him in jet mode, and this goes on this side into that port right there. And then he also has this mace, and the mace separates just like this. And my camera moved on me, sorry. Just plug it back together, kind of line it up, but yeah. So there's this big old mace, and he can store this, and that just goes into the port on the other side, just like that. And yes, it looks ridiculous. I mean, most of the time, unless it incorporates, it's a weapon that can fold up and incorporate into the transformation. Weapon storage almost always looks ridiculous. We'll set those off to the side until robot mode, which we'll get into robot mode. So raise it up. You can see what I'm doing here. And where should I start? Let's start with the legs. So we're gonna wanna untab. They tab in very nicely, and you see it's these tabs here. So there's that side, and there's this side. We'll just sort of bring that up like this for now and out of the way. What we're going to want to do is so it sits like this. Do I have you not in the right spot? There we go. So we want to bring it down. It's on sort of on a double hinge. Bring it down and bring it in like this. You can fold this away like this. Fold this down, and this tabs in to this tab right here. Bring it down and bring out the toe, and there is one leg done. So same thing on this side, just fold that away. Bring this down. There we go. Then fold this down. That'll close that up. I always like when they have stuff like that where it fills in any gaps. And there are the legs done. So now with the arms, we want to untab them. And they tab in. It's kind of hard to see, but there's like little tabs in there that tab into the sides of the arms right here. Then we separate the arms, bring them out, and you can just extend them. Then we'll bring them up like this. Bring them up like this. And now what we'll do is we're going to bring this down. There we go. So untab these. You want to sort of open this up. Okay, fold this out first. And then, or maybe, what am I missing here? Come on. Oh, no. I'm going from the wrong side. So open it up from this side. Just slowly push that head through. While at the same time, bring this up. And there is a stopping point for this. So it just stops right there. And actually, while we're at this point, we want to flip this around, fold this up like this. Same thing here while we've got the space. And we also want to, no, before doing that, that's me, that's on me. There we go. Want to open this up, fold these in. Now we can close this back up and come on, man. There we go. There we go. And I'm an idiot. Okay. So before we do that, keep this folded around. You want to swing the tail fins up, and they got a stopping point right here. And also at this same time, you can open this up to fold this away. Now we want to bring this around, fold it up, and it sort of tabs in right in there. Same thing on this side. Now with this, bring this out more. Bring this in here. And also want to sort of aim this up. And you want to get these lined up so they're in these cavities here. And then that's going to sort of tab in. It should tab in. What am I missing here? Okay. I'm missing something here. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, we want these straight out. And there's little tabs here that are going to go in right here. Just like that. And then that's going to allow this to tab in to tabs here. We can push this head back while rotating it. And that's going to fit in just like that. Then fold these out. Straighten these arms around. Then we'll finish up the backpack. And this is just going to come up. And there are tabs right here. It's going to tab in right there. And I think that might be it. Yes, that is it. And we have him in robot mode. And it could have used some improvement, yes. But I personally don't mind it. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan. I personally would rather get the Planet X Fall of Cybertron version because it's gonna look so much better, bigger, all of that. But for this, it's not bad. Yes, it could have used something a little better, but I am not disappointed. And the weird thing is, it's like those knees just lock in. But let us take a look. Of course, very Starscream head. Got the silver face, some red eyes, that blue head, blue helmet. Got some of that like pink, like the sections that lit up in the game as well. So not bad on that. And why did that foot fold away? Or that toe? Silver, gray, blue, magenta, burgundy, whatever you want to call it. I mean, got the weird little bunny ears, but then again, he did have those in the game. Articulation with this guy, or well, before we get into that, not much of a backpack, so I do like, the way everything folds up here. And I do like the fact that, like, You move these around so it doesn't have a tail fin, like full tail fin. It's just sort of the way it splits. It works. Um, you can put blast effects in here, and if you had him like hanging in a way, he could be looking like he's flying. But getting to articulation, head can rotate all the way around, can look up quite a bit, down just a bit, and he's got tiniest bit of wiggle. Arms come out that far, can do a full 360. The wings get in the way though. Got bicep and double jointed elbow, or two joints for the elbow, and wrist. Always happy to see wrist. He's got a bit of waist. All this gets in the way though. He can do, if you bring it out a little bit, he can do a high kick, like one heck of a high kick, and he can kick back about that far. Can full Van Damme, and he's got thigh swivel right in here. And if you untab the knee, you got just over 90 for the knee. And the toe can move back and forth, and you've got that much ankle. So, not bad. I mean, not great, but honestly, I've seen so much worse. Of course, getting him where you want is always another issue. Of course, he can remove the arm. I have not found a place for storage for this yet. And you can give him this weapon right in here, like that. So, yay, there's that. Or, if you want, you can keep the arm plugged in, and this little post right in there, he can hold it. And of course, he can hold his mace. Yes, the mace looks ridiculous, but it's so it's cool in my personal opinion. Yes, some things could have been better. Yes, it is disappointing that there isn't like the paint on the sides, but for the fact that for the size of the head and all that, it had to be like this. I can understand that. So, still better than nothing. Now, as I've said earlier, we shall get to the backdrop. And it is a Cybertron backdrop. A damaged Cybertron backdrop. But there you go. So, not too bad. Not completely horrible, but not the perfect gamer edition Starscream. For that, I'm just gonna say like Planet X definitely has the best like gamer version Starscream that I've seen. I don't have it. I'm really bummed I missed out on it. Maybe at some point I'll find it eventually down the line, down the road. Who knows? Now, as for recommending this, as usual with the Gamer Edition Studio Series, it's going to depend. If you missed out on the original, which is the deluxe size, so it is smaller, but it does sort of have like a better, I guess, silhouette. Like if we got a combination of this and that, like taking certain things from each one, I think that would have been a better addition on Starscream. But he definitely, the head is definitely too small on that, in my personal opinion. But if you have that and you're happy with that, you can completely skip out on this. If you missed out on that and you would like a Gamer Edition Starscream, this isn't bad. If you can find the Planet X third party, I think he was called Moors or something like that. Moors. I can't remember. But if you do find that for a good price, that is a Fall of Cybertron style Starscream. I would recommend that even more. So, again, you're not going like completely down the rabbit hole by getting this. But I would say, like, if it doesn't appeal to you, completely skip out on it. I mean, it's going to save you that Voyager money for a different Voyager that you're looking for. But that is going to be it for me. So I got this from Big Bad Toy Store. I always recommend them. Great shop. Sometimes I get stuff from Show Z as well. Sometimes TF Source. I get a lot of filler kits and upgrade kits from TF Safari. So I highly recommend those sites. But yeah. So as always, I want to say thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you all later.